It's 11 p.m. She just got back from a late evening out with her male friend. She's smiling, she's glowing, and when she walks up to you and says, "Tonight was so much fun," you just glance up from your phone, nod, and say, "Cool, that's good. No questions, no tension, no reaction whatsoever." She thinks, "He's so mature. He trusts me completely. This is healthy." But later that night, when she's lying in bed alone, staring at the ceiling, a completely different thought creeps in. Does he even care? And that one question, that tiny, quiet question, changes everything. Most men today have been told the same thing over and over again. Don't be jealous. Don't be controlling. Be secure. Be unbothered. And they listened. They trained themselves to feel nothing, to react to nothing, to show nothing. They thought that zero jealousy equals maximum attraction. But here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. When a man shows absolutely no jealousy, ever, under any circumstance, something breaks inside a woman's mind. Not dramatically, not immediately, quietly, slowly, like a crack in a wall you don't notice until the whole thing comes down. She starts feeling invisible. She starts feeling like she could disappear for 3 days and you'd be fine. She starts wondering if you're unbothered because you're confident or because you simply don't care enough to be bothered. And once that question enters her head, she can't get it out. Here's what's actually happening inside her brain, and this is backed by real psychology. There's a concept called mate value signaling. Every action you take, or don't take, sends a signal to her subconscious about how much she means to you. Dr. David Buss, one of the world's leading evolutionary psychologists at the University of Texas, spent decades studying jealousy across 37 different cultures. His research found something fascinating. A complete and total absence of jealousy doesn't register as confidence. It registers as low investment. And low investment to the female brain means one thing: this man is either checked out or he has options he's not telling me about. Her brain starts running worst-case scenarios, not because she's crazy, not because she's insecure, but because for thousands of years, human survival depended on accurately reading whether a partner was committed or about to walk away. A man who showed zero jealousy was a man with no emotional stake, and a man with no emotional stake was a danger signal. So what does she do? She starts testing, unconsciously. She mentions other men more often. She stays out a little later. She pulls back slightly, just to see if you'll reach out. She creates small fires, hoping you'll care enough to put one out. She's not doing it to manipulate you. She's doing it because she desperately needs proof that you're still there. So what's the move? Do you start getting jealous on purpose? Do you fake insecurity to seem more invested? Absolutely not. The answer is something much more powerful and much more rare. It's called grounded presence. The high-value man doesn't explode with jealousy, but he also doesn't perform indifference to seem cool. He does something most men never learn to do. He communicates his standards calmly and clearly. When something genuinely bothers him, he doesn't ignore it to look unbothered. He looks her in the eyes and says simply, "Hey, that's not something I'm comfortable with." No anger, no drama, no punishment, just a calm, direct expression of where he stands. That single moment, that quiet, grounded statement, does more for attraction than 100 jealous arguments ever could. Because it tells her something she's been waiting to hear. I'm not desperate, but I'm not checked out either. I know my value, and I expect this relationship to reflect that. That's the sweet spot. Not jealousy, not detachment, invested confidence. So here's the question I want you to sit with today. Have you been confusing emotional unavailability with confidence? because they look the same from the outside, but they feel completely different to her. Real security doesn't mean feeling nothing. It means feeling something and choosing how to express it with control and self-respect. If this hit different today, share it with a man who needs to hear it, and drop a comment. Are you too jealous or too unbothered? Be honest. Let's talk. The man she can never walk away from is not the man who never felt jealous. He's the man who cared deeply, held himself with dignity, and made her feel like being chosen by him actually meant something. Not because he chased her, not because he needed her, but because he wanted her, and wasn't afraid to quietly, powerfully show it. That's the energy she spends her whole life looking for. Become that man.